So my name is Shirley. I'm sorry, Shirley. Shelley. Yeah, Shirley. Saya asli Philippines. Philippines. I work in Jakarta from 2000 dari tahun 2000 sampai 2015, 2015. Yeah, and then 2015 aku pindah ke Australia. So sekarang aku wakil kepala di sekolah TK juga di school. Yeah, so I've been there for 8 years. Waktu di suami saya ada di belakang, kalau mau lihat, ganteng kan? Harus. He doesn't understand Indonesian, jadi kita bisa dijual nanti. Murah. So my husband dia tinggal di Australia 25 tahun lah. He worked there. Dia kan he also finished his master's degree. Dia punya master's degree psychology. Waktu I went to Australia, dari Jakarta aku kepala sekolah when Miss Rahayu was with me in Kidi Planet. Jadi aku kenal Miss Rahayu udah lama ya, Miss Rahayu. And then Miss Tuti juga aku kenal dari 2005, 2006. Kita udah berkenal sama Miss Tuti. Before you were here, the other side, there's the first school of Miss Tuti was on Block A. So I used to come and train the teachers. Aku yang kasih Montessori training. My education aku selesai diploma Montessori dari NCI in London. Terus I studied early childhood in Australia, and then there's Miss Tuti, and I also took my master's degree in Australia in early childhood. Yeah, so that is who I am, and I want to thank you. When I studied, I learned a lot. Ya kan kita lifelong learners. We have when we start working, mulai kerja, it doesn't mean udah I don't have to learn anything anymore. I am already working. Tapi when you work with young children, things change. Ada perubahan. Perubahannya bukan 1 jam aja gitu. Lifelong. Umur 1, kalau nyampe 1 tahun 1 bulan berubah. 2 months berubah. Everything is changing. Jadi in our knowledge, ketahuan kita, knowledge kita perubahan juga. There's a change. Now my knowledge of Montessori, I took my diploma. Miss Tuti and I, we know each other for a long time, and we both have passion for Montessori. And one part that I wanted to share with you is about sensory processing. Now, sebelum kita mulai, I just want to have self-assessment. Kita harus tahu apakah kita ketahuan tentang sensory processing. Jadi, I have 2 questions. You have your paper. You can write your answers, and then nanti kita share. There is no wrong or right answer, ya. Tidak ada yang salah, tidak ada yang benar. Cuman itu, we have to find out what do we know about sensory processing. Jadi, question number 1, boleh tulis, ya. So, question number 1, what is or what do I know about sensory processing? So what do you know? When I was studying, I did not know anything. Jadi I Googled, kan? So if you Google, you write what you Googled. If you know something from your experience, what do you know about sensory processing? Keduanya, what do I want to learn? What do I want to learn about sensory processing? Because you have a sensorial area in Montessori. So I give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes cukup. What else? Processing. Process. What do we understand with process?
Have the step by step.
Step by step. Yeah. Step.
It's progressing.
Yes. Step by step. The progress. It means it doesn't stay there. There's a process. Number 1, then number 2, and then number 3. Yeah, process. Sensory processing. What else? With the senses. Kalau focus on senses, what do we know about our senses?
Feel.
Sorry?
He feels that.
Feeling, yes. So, our senses too, we have feelings. Okay? We feel, we touch, we eat, taste, we see. What else? And if we have senses, what happens to us? If we can't see, kalau kita nggak bisa lihat,
Knowledge.
knowledge, yes, we have knowledge because if you feel it, you will know.
Reaction.
Reaction. Reaction, is it reaction?
Yeah.
Or relation?
Reaction.
Reaction, yes, reaction. That's right. Pintar-pintar anak-anak murid saya hari ini. Reaction. So you basically know a lot. Yeah. So, very good. Chapter 5. Sebenarnya kita ada 8. Jadi the question is, what are the 3? Does anybody know what the 3 are? Actually, sebenarnya kita tahu, ya, maybe we do not know the term, but we are doing it. Yeah, so there are 8 body senses. Next is the 4 kinds of sensory processing, yang step by step-nya. So if I know this, what do I do next? If I know this, what do I do next? Strategies. Kalau ada anaknya, the sensory processing-nya, something with the senses, what will I do? How to plan. Jadi, how to make variations in your sensorial. We are going to learn how to plan. Kita harus lesson plan. Do you do lesson planning?
Yes.
Ya, ada kan? Yang you have to be prepared to come to our to the school. Okay? So, before we start on this sensory processing, yeah, okay. Kita play a game. Okay? So, right hand, left hand. Show me your right hand. Yeah, this is my left hand. Your left hand is my right hand. Yeah, so right and left. So right, you have your right brain. Left, your left brain, right? Yeah. So your right brain and left brain, they work together. Harus kerja bersama. Kalau cuma one brain is working, you cannot do anything. Yeah? It's the same as your hands. You have to work together with your hands, your left foot, right foot. You have to walk together. If only right is walking, only right, left brain is working. You cannot move forward, isn't it? Same with this. I have an exercise for you. So you have your thumb. It depends whether you are right-handed or left-handed. You start with it. And then pointer. Okay? Sekarang you have to change. Okay, and then go again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gak apa-apa. So you have to start slow. Slow. Pelan-pelan. Okay, pelan-pelan. Berubah itu. Tukar-tukar aja. Pelan-pelan. Sekarang, so when you're doing it slowly, your right brain and left brain are working together. Yeah? Yes. So now, try to do it as fast as you could. Teng, tong, teng, tong, tak, tek, tong, tek, tong. See, I'm already changing my. See. Okay, there. See, it's susah kan?
Yeah.
Susah. Anak-anak itu di sini ya. Maaf. Siapa itu? Mandy. Mandy. Coba kita panggil Mandy. Oh, Mandy lagi duduk di sana, duduknya ada di sini. Oke. Mandy. Sekali. Mandy. Kedua. Miss. they miss the sensory input. Ada kan anak-anak kecil begitu, dipanggil berapa kali, nggak lihat, no response at all. Responsnya low registration, passive, ya kan? Low registration. They high neurological. They can withstand. You can call them several times, nggak apa-apa. Not bothered by the call. Okay. So the other one is it's your response. Low registration, sensory seeking, sensory sensitive, avoiding. Okay. This one susah. Okay. So if you will be given, I hope you will be given a copy. Nanti aku email ke so that you can see ya. So this one is more technological. Let's look at the second slide. Ini yang lebih mudah, easier, okay? Registration quadrant. Itu ada 4 kan, the quadrant kita. If I go back, there, the quadrant ya. So we have a quadrant here. Registrationnya there. Okay, this one is seeking. This one is avoiding. Oh, and sensitive. Okay, seeking. So when we go to the next part, registration quadrant is ini. Easy going, itu yang anak-anak yang okay. They miss all the, you are talking, they are there, tapi you nggak tahu kalau masuk sini, nggak ada response, ya kan? When you were studying in the university or in the college or in school, kalau di SD, anak-anak SD, when you were studying is easy going. Some children are like that. Avoiding quadrant ini. So it has low neurological threshold. Active itu yang anak-anak active itu. They withdraw from overwhelming sensory. Kalau these are the children that if it is too crowded, too many people, they don't like. Even adults. Siapa yang suka kalau rame? Aku suka rame, masuk. Kalau saya ya sendiri personally, aku nggak mau rame. Aku maunya yang itu aja. Kalau rame takut. Jadi where am I? I am in the avoidant quadrant. Kalau saya, see, no, there are how many areas in a Montessori class? 5. Yes, right. And you have the practical life, sensorial, language, math, culture. Right? And don't forget aesthetics, which is the arts, which we can do indoor or outdoor. So Montessori is actually the best for me. I am biased. The best philosophy. So order and routine. So the child is hiding there because he cannot process. He's having a sensory issue. Maybe it's too loud, too many people, you see. So that is avoiding. Okay, they are avoiding. That's why it says active. Because active is not only jumping. When there is somebody, they go away. Then they don't like it again too much, they go away again. They go away again. They're actively avoiding. Yeah. Seeking quadrant, itu yang anak-anak like to be busy. Itu yang children in your class who always like to be busy. Never want to, yes, they're kinesthetic. They don't want to sit down, mau duduk. Everybody sit down, mau duduk. Jalan terus. Mau ke toilet nih, toilet, balik. Sebentar lagi mau ke toilet nih, balik. It's not because they want to go toilet, because they want to move. Ya kan? Maunya suka keluar, masuk. Bukan karena mau pipis. Enggak. They want to be busy. Apalagi children who like to go from one table, what are you doing? Me, I'm going there. What are you doing? Anak-anak kecil kan, ada little teacher. Yeah? So we teachers, kita like to be busy kan, go up there, up here, up there. We are seeking. They are not satisfied. Okay? Sensitivity quadrant itu yang nggak suka semua. Mau painting, mau. Mau main ini nggak mau. Want ini nggak mau. Semuanya nggak mau. Because they're too sensitive. Nggak mau pegang. Si Raf, nggak mau pegang. Iya, nggak mau. Nggak mau. Doesn't want to smell anything. Doesn't want to hear anything. Everything sensitive. Okay? Kita juga as adults kan, there is something that we don't like. For example, me, I like music when I'm studying. Aku bisa cepat studinya kalau ada music. Ask my husband, when I'm cleaning harusnya ada music. Kalau nggak ada music aku nggak bisa. Gitu aja kalau ada musiknya, semuanya bersih. But that's me. Kalau suami saya maunya nggak ada musik. Tolong tutupin, close. Dia nggak bisa konsentrasi. So in the class, what do we do in Montessori class? We have music, right? We play loud music, rock and roll. Enggak kan? Yeah, we play a relaxing music, a soothing music because we want peace and quiet. Nah, challenge. Kalau begitu ada anak-anak kecil di dalamnya nggak maunya yang soft music, maunya yang what will we do? Ya kan? That's why again we have schedules. So if the child wants to move, you can easily tell the child, nanti aja kalau kita ada music and movement, kita dance begini ya. And then you distract. Probably you can give other activities. We will see the other activities later. Okay? So these are the quadrants. Now, think, exercise. And then can we have a break? Yeah, break and then we will come back for the next. So, before the break, you have one assignment. Now, before the break, yeah, I want you to look at yourself. Where am I? What is my profile? Okay? Aku di mana ya di sini di profile ini? Where am I here? Yeah. So am I in quadrant 1? Don't worry, karena because kadang-kadang we change quadrants. If you are hari ini aku di quadrant 1, it's okay. Besok, kemarin aku di quadrant ini. Because we look at ourselves as we are capable of adjusting. Tapi kalau anak-anak, they are still growing. They don't have the skills to adjust. They are still looking for themselves. You see, go and then the child will follow you. So you are modeling how to carry the tray. That's why when you are walking, you are not supposed to be talking to the child. Yeah? Kalau jalan, ayo, we're going to do this, no. You have to model that you are taking it, that you are putting it down. So if you see there is no talking, just take it and put it down. Now, second question, basic. Where should the child sit? Kanan, kiri. Where should the teacher sit? Kanan, kiri.
To the right side.
Who is in the right?
Children is the right.
So which one is the right? This one, anak, guru sini, right? Okay, so we sit down there. Now question, why right, why left? Why is the teacher on the right and why the student on the left?
For the teachers, easy to control the children.
To present, okay, let's see. So, for example, the student is here, I am the teacher. Because the material is for the child, most of it should go to the child. Okay? If you are presenting, you can put it in the middle. But once you finish the presentation, it's like telling the child it's your turn. Now, another reason also why the teacher is on the right, aside from you do not cover, right? You don't cover the child when you are presenting. Everything that we do is right to left, right? Kalau kita nulis dari
Right to left.
is it from your right?
Left to right.
From left to right. That's why the child is on the right, you are on the left, because the child's eye will always be from you. Everything you do, the child is looking, watching. Because when we write, right, left to right. When we read,
Left to right.
left to right. So that is the reason why everything has to be presented from the left to the right. And also the child is always on the right. Another reason reason why the child is on the right, because that's the end point. Beginning and end. So when you start, it should always end with the child. And then if you notice when we are presenting, for example, eye contact. Yeah? When you are presenting, let's pretend there is something here. Beans. Yeah? So when you are presenting to the child, you are going to talk. That's the only time you talk. For example, you say, Miss Ayu, today we are going to transfer beans using a spoon. So jadi you have to tell the child what you are going to do. And when you're talking to the child, maintain eye contact. Try to avoid, okay, today we're going to transfer, okay, using the spoon. Ada eye contact niya. Why is eye contact important? You are also teaching the child to look at you. If you don't look at the child, how do you know if the child is looking at you? You need the eye contact. The eye contact in anything is the beginning of a relationship. Yeah? In anything. If you're talking to a colleague and you are not looking at the eyes of the colleague, do you think there will be a relationship? There is no relationship. So eye contact is very important. And then you also have to relax, not very stiff and stressed, so that the child is also relaxed. Okay? The problem with Montessori sometimes is we expect that we are doing something right. It's okay if we are not very proficient at the moment. What is important is we know the basic. Okay? Don't expect yourself, ako harus tahu, no mistake, everything. No. That's why it's just important to practice. Okay? So, now, when you present that, you have the eye contact, and then you're going to start. So, when you are doing the process, there is no conversation. Okay? So, you are going to, of course, I'm talking. So, you don't tell the child, I'm taking the spoon, okay? I'm going to hold the bowl, and I'm going to take and transfer. No words like that. Just showing it. So, when you pick up, you have no words, just eye contact. And then, it's okay to smile. Sometimes,